Hello, friends. So I have a lot of mastering chain I use, but mostly I try to get the better sound depending the style I'm doing. So the loudness factor is quite the one people are wondering how to achieve, knowing that you're limited at minus 14 LUFS. Um, well, you achieve that by staying the limits of the imposed by the. So basically, just without mastering, you could just upload your mix. So it would be something like. So, as you can see, it's mostly 18 at a maximum, and mostly 19. So it's really quiet. It's pretty much the right way to do it. You just freaking mix at minus 18. You can do more. You will have less headroom left in the mastering section. That's it. It means a lot, though, when you just need to hit something as little loud as minus 14 LUFS. Okay. Question you want, so yeah, I guess you want to upload to Spotify and YouTube, and yes, that's minus 14 LUFS that you're aiming for. That being said, if you want to release on Bandcamp and any other format, you're gonna find yourself maybe needing more loudness in this case. So you don't want to go into the work and the hassle of making two type of mastering. It's literally two type of mastering. Or three types of mastering. So somebody quite famous said he just record a master at minus 12 with a good true peak, large enough true peak. So it's it's even if it's manipulated by YouTube or any platform, it will still retain some sort of the right dynamics. That's what you want. You want your song sounds like your song. Okay. So the loudness, maximum loudness possible. So yeah. So I've been through internet for years. I've read this and that, new type of mastering, old type, whatever. ChatGPT. I pretty much know everything there's to know about mastering for yeah. The thing is, I tend to like my sound a certain way, and some people wouldn't say it's optimum way to upload at maximum loudness. It's because sometimes my low end, my kicks are a bit. Uh, my bass and drum are quite loud most often, and I like I like the smiley face in the EQ, so a bit of not too much mid, if you prefer mid highs, and it's what you want. It's the mid and the highs on YouTube. Okay. Spotify. You want to be that your song is being enough details on all ways to listen to it, but on the tablet, on a phone, yeah, the mid range is the most important. So unfortunately, you need that mid range to get through in a way. So I struggle a lot with mid range. I ended up uploading some stuff on YouTube that were sonically too thin after just uploading something too fat in the low end and not enough. The instruments in the middle were not enough audible on a phone, stuff like that. Yeah, and of course there's the opposite. Unfortunately, this is the opposite way to listen to your music. It's the car. So the car is really a boomy, low-end boomy situation. But we'll talk about that quickly. Basically, if you follow always the same rules, you're gonna end up doing a good job with your loudness and mastering and respecting the dynamics of the song. Okay, so first thing, let's just try to boost the volume. Let's get it slow. In this video, you can always fast forward. I won't edit, and if not necessary. So, my mix is really respect the -18. Why -18? Why -18? -18 is in fact the zero on the view meter. So if you got a view meter, and you can switch. I'm going to zoom in like a lot. If you're going to, if you want to switch, you can. Okay, to view on this, not on this, but on this you can. So basically. Okay, so you can see the peak. Way under the. So let's talk about the view meter. So the view meter is average minus 18 LUFS is the zero mark on the view meter. From what I read, I'm not an expert. Okay, I switched to try to hit minus 18 to just look at the view meter and not go above too much about zero. So you can go above zero, like +2. It's just fine, no problem. Just avoid after +2. So that being said, you need to consider the fact that your song is done. Okay, when you are at this stage, you're mixing your EQ on the channels, your compression on the channels, everything is done. You can even create a pre-master bus like I just did before the video, and this is useful. So, and you could add some anything you want, of course, like starting the mastering with just a bit of saturation, like on the overall track. Before, like, say, okay, I have this. There's some type of saturation. Now my mix is complete. That would be on the pre-master bus, and then you send it to a master engineer, or you do it yourself. But that's a pre-master. You can, if I want some lo-fi, overall lo-fi distortion on my track, or whatever type of special thing I want, it's really useful to do it on the pre-master. So now you're happy, you have the style, the type of, you know what I mean? Technically, it's mastering because you dealing with the main output, audio output. You are putting a filter on it. You're putting on a. So yeah, you're at the mastering stage at that moment. But let's call it the pre-master. And then you send it to your. So it's automatically on your. I will not use this. But you're gonna tell me, oh yeah, it's here. I want to play with this. Okay, let's use this. That's the first move I make. Most of the time, for sure, it's early in my process of creating. I have this on, for instance. So, but like I said, you could just crank the volume up. So let's do that. I'm gonna switch places for that. So you're gonna add a bunch of gain, okay? Please just get the kilohertz suit for free. Everybody that's watching my videos, I use it even more than Melda. So I'm using this suit every time. Every 10 minutes, I drag something from this. That's not what I wanted to do, but yeah. We just want the gain. So the gain, this thing, you have it in Reason, on the compressor, on the limiter, or whatever. You have gain knobs everywhere. The new thing to the gain tool in utilities. I just grabbed this. It's very simple. I'm gonna push it to what I want. We are at minus 18. And we want it at minus 14. So let's go. It's LUFS are decibels. It's exact the same thing in a way. So let's just hit 4. Oh my god. So now let's listen. Oh my god. So it's gonna true peak really loud, maybe. So I'm super sorry. It's super loud. I'm going to deal with this. I forgot something. I'm using the control room, so I need to put it by default now because it's. Otherwise, I could hear anything. So it doesn't change the whatever you do in the mastering suits, but it's just for me to be. So it was too loud. Now that is, let's put it from at 0 here. It's just something I like to do. Let's put it like it was before. You can just do this and be sure you are at 0 here. It's okay. So so it really works because it's minus 13.7 at the loudest point of the song mostly. So probably we'll end up with minus 14 plus 5 integrated at the end of the day, and it's good. Better to hit the minus 14.0 if you can spend a bit of time trying to really get the best possible loudness. So, but we of course need to hear the whole track to analyze the whole track, okay, to be able to tell if it's really minus 14 in average. But at this point, it's just a bit louder than minus 14, so it's perfect because it's one of the loudest points of the track. What we can see is of course, there are no clipper, no limiter, no nothing. So your +1 4 dB to peak is really not good. So if you upload this like this, YouTube is gonna crush it. So it's gonna literally sound like something at minus 10 dB, minus 16 LFS instead of 14 LFS. So really not enough loud. Just because you are so much above the limit, which is minus 1.0 true peak max. And it's when you are really at minus 14 LUFS, and yeah, that's something you want to check. It's okay if it's minus 1.0. Okay, it's the minus. So be aware that in this situation you won't be louder on Bandcamp though. Okay, so or SoundCloud. So it might be a problem. I master at minus 12 LFS. 11, 12. It's loud. It's a bit too loud for YouTube, so it tends to change with the dynamics when I upload it. It's loud enough, but sometimes I'm penalized. I'm using large true peaks, larger than 2, so that means that the mix is breathing a bit more, and you have a more headroom. So yeah, it's a technical explanation. Yeah, I'm not here for that. I'm just here to show you what tool I use to master, and I have some great tools that I like. that I discovered that I want to share with you. If you don't like too much my sound or whatever, don't follow my advice. I don't pretend to make a master tutorial. I'm sharing my experience with it. But I think I find something good that works for everybody. So I'm gonna go back to it's the right loudness, but it's way too dynamic. And there's some things going on that go peaking way above probably the snare or the arpeggio, something like that are going. I won't change it to the mix. In the mix, it's perfect. The mix is, not too much compressed. I already probably clipped the drums or whatever. Not enough, but I know they tend to be loud. My drum and kick, my kick and snare in this song, but especially, I like it like that. Yeah. So we didn't start the mastering, okay? We didn't start nothing. We just boosted the gain to see if it's possible to upload. So you see, we are seeing that it's not possible because we are above the true peak at plus 1.4. Plus 1.4. So just drop 1.4 from 4.10. But the reason won't let me to be precise, donc I might just go with I might just go to the gain tool from Reason. So we were like this, I think. We want to subtract 1.4. So that's 3.1 minus 4, 2.7. Now let's see. No mastering, okay? Just the mix at a honest. Yeah, there's no way. It's impossible. It's just to show you an example of what it's not possible to do on digital platforms. Okay, I would have to drop 1 dB to be super soft, to be not over. Yeah, exactly what I said to you guys. Okay, I said to you minus 16. It's the maximum you can achieve without mastering on YouTube, without YouTube changing the sound of it. And it will boost it up, I think. But it's stupid because you are with your minus 16 LUFS, not loud thing on your PC. You upload something like this, and yes, on the platform it's going to be minus 14, maybe. Not sure of that, but they would push it. But you won't have your own version will be still very, very, very quiet. That's when you start the mastering. So For years, I've been doing minus 16 LUFS like this, and I had a few room to master, to boost my sound and work on it. That's not what you want to do. So let's go back to its default state, minus 18, with a bunch of headroom on the true peak. I need to learn the hotkeys for certain stuff because I wanted to zoom in, and now I can't see my my thing here. Okay, L, just L. Okay. So yes, minus 2.8. That's probably the ratio I want to keep. It won't be like this during the time I'm adding my stuff in my chain, but I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. So meanwhile, I'm minus 0.5 dB on OBS. That's what I do most of the time because to avoid clipping on the videos and stuff like that, on the live stream on videos. I'm gonna put it at 0, and so let's see, where was I? So we just see that it's not interesting to just put some unmaster stuff that will be really not loud enough. Or for sure. The point is to get some good loudness, good mastering, to be able to be listened to. And that's what we're gonna do right now. So the first thing you want. So the first stuff I'm gonna add is the no-brainer. Okay, no-brainer, and this. I'm gonna zoom in again. These gain tools, you will get them everywhere. Okay, every single effects you're gonna add, you're gonna put a gain after. Oh yeah, if there's a gain on there's no problem. You can use any gain knob you want. So right now we are minus 18, and we want to increase that. And we to talk about this one. So I'm gonna find the first compression. Should we EQ something before? How to tell like this? Just because it's too much dynamic, I need to have at least a compressor to hear. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna engage the compressor. I'm gonna try to I should be careful though. I'm going to create a new project. mastering type. Yes, we're gonna try different types, okay, of mastering, and this will be the probably in 1 hour or two. This will be the like the ultimate thing you want to do for yourself is choose the right settings, the right stuff, even presets for your mastering. If you want an old school vibe, it won't be the same type of limiters or settings on the limiter you will use that for EDM, you know. So if you want something in between EDM and old school pop, stuff like that, yeah. If you want pure rock and sound, if you want for a reason something special, yeah, a different type of mastering. So my master, my compressor here is set up like this. I will put it at 0. This one. This is the reading. If you crank the level, it's up to you, but don't check the meter here. Okay. You can change the routing for this. Say for instance you want to read what and play with this slider, you can. I'm gonna show you how to do it, but by default you're not like set up like this. You need your SR to be before. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that doesn't include the levels in the chain. Yeah, that doesn't work. So my bad. What you put inside this doesn't. This is the volume fader of the channel. This reads the loudness, the gain, the volume of the instruments you put in there, but just put it in it again like it was, but it's for certain use, but not this use. Interesting, yeah. I don't play much with this stuff, but it's really interesting, yes. Huh. It has to dynamic such a huh. Well, we're gonna drag our meter to here after the first tool. We're gonna check that everything is still the same. Should be. Yes, it is. So I like the fact that we up it above. It's just personal. It's not above anything. It's just above minus 18 LUFS. It's not a big deal. So I like my clipper quite early in the process. Even if I need to get another clipper at one point. So I'm going to insert a clipper. So for this mastering, I mean, guys, to be honest, there's so many free plugins and I use them every day. You can use stock plugins. You can use stock device in Reason, but go see other videos. There are plenty of this. I'm using a mix between them. In my mastering suite, there probably won't be any of besides EQ, maybe one tiny compressor, maybe. But usually, I'm using third-party VSTs for this. Okay, so be aware of that. It's not a tutorial for Reason there, so I didn't put it in the title. So now, if I keep this open, let's say you show rack in a separate window. That's not what I wanted, but maybe it's a good thing. This should be the same loudness. So I got something good going on. It's compressing 1 or 2 max dBs on the master compressor. If we want to use some pump, natural pump from the SSL compressor, we can. See, it's a bit more old school with 2 ratio instead of 4 at the same threshold. More EDME, modern, more funky, more syncopated. I'm keeping it at 2. Keeping the setting, it's a bit loud. So we got our first master glue compressor on it. We found some interesting settings. I didn't talk about attack and release. I mean, it's a compressor. If you don't know what it is, don't even try to master. I mean, if you don't understand what is a compressor, don't even try to master. Just give it to an AI. And so yeah, everything is soft, it's glued. It's better, sounds better that without. The output volume is fixed. We have the same numbers hitting on the needle here. Okay, the perceived loudness may be higher with this on. That's the whole game, the whole plan. We perceive better the instruments in between the strongest sound, like kicks. Now we can hear better the content of the song, the mid-range stuff than before, but it's the same loudness. Okay, that's our first glue compressor here. So it's really not over. You at least need. We're gonna do the minimum. So we need at least now a clipper. So we need this clipper. We need to EQ maybe. We're gonna try to not. We're gonna say that our EQ is really good, which is in fact the case. My song is quite well EQ'd, stuff like that. And I know I will add some stuff. Okay, because I will add some. I will add some stuff in the mastering chain. But it's my personal choice. If you want to do it in the pre-master, you can. I didn't do it this time on the pre-master. If I want to add something more now, that will be in the master chain. And that's, I'm sorry, because it's my own master. I don't send it to somebody else. It's my own, all my art, if you prefer, so I can do anything I want. It doesn't change the sound. It's just in the master section instead of that in the pre-master. So it's be after the first compression. If I decide to put a tape saturator, I can. So let's go. I want a clipper. So because we know we are peaking with the true peak above zero. We saw that. Okay. So even with our master glue compressor, we can check the overall situation, but well, we fixed that. Or there was never any problem. Yeah, the problem was when we were above, when we crank up the volume. Okay, I remember. No, we're good, okay. No clipping needed. Okay. I wasn't sure. You see, because you understand that it was something I just said to myself, hey, yes, it's above zero here. I need really to clip things right now. For sure, but it's not the case because I already did a good job in my mix. For the minus 18 LFS, we have still room before it hit -1 true peak. And we know if you want to be a bit more loud at the YouTube limit, like -12, like I'm not aiming for today. I'm aiming just to show you the mastering at -14, I think. -14, we aim for -1. That being said, I like my dynamics to be they end up often to be at -2.0. To the dynamics, the overall feel is different at minus. Yeah, so I should cut that. It's getting cold. I'm gonna close the windows. So no clipper needed. What we want to do now. So we're all good with the gain tool. We don't need it at the beginning. We will displace it, move it each time you want to add a plugin. So let's crank this. Let's crank this into. So the first tool I want you to get your hands on. You have it in the boutique of as a reason instrument too. Well, I'm gonna show you the VST. Grab it. You have one for reason, which is not a VST. I'm using this, but you have it in VST form too. Okay. Crank this up. Just crank up the volume with this thing a bit. So I don't know how much I added, but we're really louder now. So I really need to drop the gain, and we're gonna go back to something reasonable over here. So there we have it, something similar in output gain, but the loudness perceived is getting improved. For sure, we add a saturation and a glue compressor. So now we're gonna just go ahead and boost the gain again. So I will do this in the next thing I'm gonna add, and it's the last thing you wanna add. but I will have probably, because I'm lucky. I did a good job. I'm not clipping. I could avoid clipping to use the clipper depending what I want. Actual loudness. It helps for the loudness. So basically, we're done. I mean, you want to add a cutoff for the low end, maybe. So same thing. Using plugins. If I have time or I'm not lazy, I will put the Tokyo Down Labs. When you grab the EQ, not only you have the possibility to do your cut at the very low point you want. I like 27 hertz. If I want more old school sound, I can crank it up, and I need a thinner sound. You can go ahead and till 40 if you want, depending on the genre you want, the feel you want. But for any modern type of music, I would advise 27 is a good number. It's a good number. It works for me. The other reason I like to use this little EQ thing is because of the presets. There is a preset I really like, especially two. I like the one that add weight. Yeah, I like the mastering one. Okay. It's automatic. It chooses a preset. It's really cool because it boosted the medium highs and it used the auto gain output. It's clean. It's really I don't know. It's magical. Really good little tool. So I'm gonna not use the EQ. I'm just gonna just use the high pass filter for my most low end that you can't hear, but fucks with the mastering process. Small cut of the low end won't make a difference. Maybe hitting a bit less louder here, which is perfect. As soon as you get the limiter, as soon as you get the limiter, when you start the limiter, you need to be at really your gain stage. You still have to get the same at the same volume. I already said this 20 times. So that when you enter I'm gonna grab the plugin I want. So when you enter the limiter, at least you are exactly when you went in your mix. Even though you add saturation and stuff like that, and the glue compressor, you're gain staging perfectly. You want this at minus 1.0. It changes the dynamics quite radically, but it's the way you got your ceiling protected. Other than that, you can just play your hardest part. And you're gonna start to So you will understand better if it's really by the book. So by the book means that I added 1+5. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna bypass what I want to bypass. I want to bypass this, well, not this, this. Let's see. Yeah, I hear that. And before? So That's what I said. By the book, you don't need the clipper at all. So I could get rid of it right now, even though I like the tint and the texture it has. So we are not loud enough, okay, guys? I'm mistaken because it should be -1, 2. Yeah, it is -1, 2. Okay, I added 1.2. I'm getting rid of 1.2. Okay, that's game staging for you. It's simple. I don't need clipper. I was by the book. I can boost the stuff now. I still need my freaking stuff here. Don't close my stuff. So let's boost it. Let's click learn. See? This is the minimum no limiter, but it finds the limits. The true peak, -1, okay? For YouTube, we're not loud enough, but with this, without touching this knob, you already are able to upload. So by boosting the signal 3 dB and using a limiting of 4.09, we are done, okay? Because it's -13.4 maximum, okay, but it's just the loudest moment of the song. Basically, it should be around -14 LUFS integrated. If you let's place the whole song, you will see at the end the integrated result. So that's the minimum. Okay. So now, okay, we could check. We could check. It's not a big song. There's no. I didn't put hundred of hours in it, or I never put hundred of hours, but it's just a quickie I made recently. I like the melody a lot. I should maybe have chosen a different song, maybe a more busy one. I hope it's not too because it's one of the loudest points, but it's not, maybe because I need to consider it's quite always the same. But there's a guitar at 1.2, so it's quite loud. So we should be. I think we should be more like minus 13.8 at the end than 14. And we're gonna check that. And so we're gonna listen to the full song now. Always need a clipper. So it wasn't even the loudest part of this. Right away, it's about So you see what I mean? Just right now, we need to use our clipper like we wanted to. So there's the KHS kilohertz too. So let's change. This one is visual. It's very good too. It's natural sounding, neutral. So this one is not the same for me. I can get good result with this one. I know probably okay now with this number, but it's not really what I want. I'm gonna change that from. I'm gonna get the clipper I want. So there's no category called clipper for sure. Let's see. Up. It doesn't want to go like it did at one point. Because the problem is at another moment in the song, I think. Here, when the drums are alone, yeah, it's in the mixing process, something I should have improved maybe. It's okay, it's tiny problem. Yeah, tiny problem from, yeah, maybe some EQ I could have done better at one point in the mixing. I'm gonna raise that thing that is really works. Really, it works. Yeah, we have it. Don't change anything. I like the tape. It's mid-rangey. That's what we want. Maybe it won't work the same way. Yeah, it works. So you're gonna see the difference here. Don't look at that. It's okay. This one. So, I like my loudness. Now I'm gonna So it's louder than what we want. I would upload that on YouTube. That would be such a difference, and it would be louder on the other platform. So That being said, I'm gonna get rid of the +4 gain here. And see what I can achieve with the limiting. Or the opposite. Yeah, I was muted. Okay, so what I was saying is it's the loudness for sure. It's too loud. You would like to upload like this, but you want one type of master, so it has to be not loud, more loud than -12. Okay, so yeah, we are way above it. So and that's weird. Picking randomly at one sometimes, but it's not important. This thing is very sensitive if you compare to other tools. That's why everybody is using it, because it's the best. And I'm using the paid version, but there's a free version. But yeah, just now drop some volume before. I like the way it handles it is in the limiter. Okay. But my mix is really well made in a way that it's way compressed, So my limiter isn't really reacting to what I'm feeding into it. Why not try another limiter? So I'm gonna try another limiter. This one is free for sure. I'm not using paid stuff. Let's try just another limiter. Let's try the reason one. Never go in. I know what I want to do, but I wanted to explain you first something that, okay, the thing that is a problem here, it's not the clipping. We already have a clipper. It's not the volume. The gain stage is pretty much perfect. So there's something about the attack of the sound that, if you notice, is really, really, yeah. Our glue compressor isn't working a lot, you know? It's a choice I made, and that's why you won't add another. When you have so much compression on the master, you may use two different types of compressor. We need something before. Just before the clipper, maybe we need, and I will emphasize the fact that I only use this one, and I set it up either 1.14 or 1.10, depending of my ratio on the bus. And I put it, my attack at 39, precisely. This one at 0, which is 50 milliseconds. And I move this, basically, if I need. And I think I engage the soft knee too. And it's gonna catch this peak. I'm losing a bit of it's good. So after that we have our clipper. We need maybe less than that now. Let's keep it for now. It's a beautiful picture to see. It's really by the book, every number at its place. It's not really artistic. Artistic in mastering is when you have a experience or you're done with your, yeah. It's trying to do something basic at the maximum loudness. So good idea, my compressor here. Okay, good idea. Already it does a great job at helping the glue compressor on the console. Okay, so let's use the maximizer. Let's use it. What we want to do is get 4 dB, basically. A bit less. So very simple on this one. 3.9. Yeah, 3.8. Leave this like it is. Don't touch this. You don't need to touch this. And don't use the clipper if not needed. Why? So I like it like it is. Before the limiter. So yeah, it was bugged. So now it's working. It's we over the true peak. It's normal. We boosted the thing. It was a minus whatever it was. I need a loop. I need to calm down. Calm down. Sorry, it wasn't muted. I'm gonna make you listen. So let's keep it like this. We are perfectly at the right loudness for YouTube, Spotify. There's so much going on in my head right now because I don't know if you did notice, but there's no limiting actually going on. Exactly a bit for sure, but you can't see it really on the maximizer here. If I pick yeah, this one I need to go in my menu because yeah, it should appear if I. It never appears. It's here. This one is a good compressor limiter. I've been using this one for ages. If you want a more modern setting, this left side is for you. Half modern, half old school. Old school. Basically more limited, less limited, but. Yeah, it's the best. And finally, if you well, so yeah, for sure, I choose the worst possible scenario because my song is already where it's already after just one glue compressor, a bit of saturation, and a bit of clipping, it's already so limited that you don't need a limiter. Basically, this is what it's happening right now. I couldn't, I could not have guessed that. So it's a fine tune. Let's even if we don't see the needles, the thing really working. It's a nice tool to in detail get your numbers right. Okay. Plus, it works, but it's really tiny limiting. I can't wait to see the overall integrated. I think it will be a bit under. We're gonna listen to the whole thing now. So just because I prefer the sound like this, I'm gonna engage this. It's a bit more equalized, a bit more limited. Those drums are not piercing too much now. But then, yeah, say what? It's not good enough. Okay, that's the thing. We got the loudness. We got our numbers correct. But it lacks some shine, for instance. I won't change the low end. I won't change but I'm going to check what's going on with the highs. And the EQ, the EQ will be before the saturation. So one thing I could do is use the mastering 1 setting here. By default, minus 30 is perfect. 30 cut hertz, because it has that sound you want. That, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna lose some loudness. It's you don't perceive it a lot, but it's like yeah, I'm gonna keep it like this, though I'm gonna use an EQ after that, because I know how these things work, it's the not really a serious part of the mastering. It's the part you need to please people, And in order to please people on Spotify and even more on YouTube, you need to know that the algorithm is killing the high end. That's why people go crazy with the high ends, or AI tool, mastering tool, soothe, to get the shine and the brightness on the high end. So we're gonna achieve that. You be sure that to get the highest point and play your loop. And never more than 2 dBs if it's a good mix. You don't need more. Because I'm, of course, I EQ'd before. I boost the eyes because I use quite a lot of saturation, so that it sounds analog. So, yeah, it will muffle the whole thing quite a lot. So, this is always on my master as soon as like this. Yeah. Yeah, so pretty much we're okay with we can make some tries, other frequencies, but look at that. It's the correct position most of the time. You just need to boost. I want some bass. last one I made at 10K. So I have a one at 12 where I could. So that works very well, this 2EQ, that makes a lot of change. It's a big change. It's really good now. This one. Did that change something on the mastering chain, on the limiting? No, not really. We were too. This thing almost don't react. So yeah, that doesn't change anything. We just did it after. Pretty much game over with this mastering. Now I'm gonna speak about some tools. Yeah, believe me, it works. It works. You heard it when I cranked the effect in real time. You should have heard the difference. So yeah, this stuff. Yeah, I added a bit too much here, but it should be okay because I changed the. Yeah, it should be just 3.8 maybe. Then I'm gonna, if I see I'm gonna see the results. The final result. So there's not too much, okay? There's the essential. With that, this is not in the actual. You shouldn't put it in the just. You keep that. You keep that. You save that. On this limiter, I have the same type of compressor I could use. I already use. I would have choose the same settings. See by default it's 1.1. Than in my compressor here. It's a good way to tame the attack and stuff like that without changing settings here. Don't forget, always slow attack on glue compressor, okay? So this one is doing the opposite job, in fact. It's the best setup for the best mastering on your platforms. And it's a minus 14 LUFS. We're gonna check that. I master at minus 12, like I said. That doesn't make much difference. Even more if you have your room here, enough headroom in the peak. It's perfect. You can go. Be sure, be at minus 2.0 to peak, not minus 1 point. Unless you really want to do some really funky stuff, basically pop song, that changes the dynamics a lot, especially after uploading on YouTube. So if you want your one only type of mastering for all platforms and make your minus 12 LUFS or a bit louder than for YouTube or Spotify only, check that it's minus 2.0 or minus 3.0 on the True Peak Max. Play with the clippers and the limiter for that. That's the best rule to upload louder than supposed to. And if you want to keep it at minus 14 like we're doing today, yeah, you can go True Peak, yeah. Minus 1.0 is the perfect loudness. It's really the more dynamic. I don't want this dynamic right now. I like it a bit more spacey like this. I like the fact that it's a bit more compressed in a way with a higher true peak. Or lower true peak, in fact. Let's play the song last time. Yeah, look at that. Minus 14. Because we are bosses. Okay. I'm sorry, I wasn't muted. See, okay, it was muted. Minus 14. GG. Upload on YouTube. YouTube on DistroKid. To your grandma directly. No, to your grandma you can send the -6 LUFS. She's gonna like it. But yeah, basically it's optimized for YouTube like this and Spotify and yeah, whatever you put on DistroKid. So you might find yourself, not loud enough on SoundCloud, and that could be a problem. Even more on Bandcamp if you want to sell digital. So yeah, your choice. I choose to upload at -12, -11. I tweak the stuff. Sometimes I'm not happy too much about the result on YouTube, but you know, I have nothing on Bandcamp right now. But if you want to hear the best quality of sound and the real sound and the real loudness, you got to get the freaking digital on Bandcamp, and that's it. You got the average sounding average stuff on the YouTube and the Spotify, which is fair in a way. Okay, it's free and wow. So, but you with this technique, you will be at the maximum loudness. So anyway, your song won't seem worse than other people. Okay. So the only bémol we say in French, like it's a little problem I didn't check is I didn't use my headphones to check my sub bass. So it's probably on this example it should be fine because it's not too prominent. But usually, even for my EQ, when I EQ stuff like that, I take my headphones. Like I need them. So it's a job without my headphones. I'm checking out the frequency, so maybe there's something boomy I can't hear or whatever. So the other problem is you can check your stuff for sure, yeah, in cars and stuff like that. Maybe you don't have this opportunity. I don't know. Maybe you can do that. There's a plugin that could help you. There's a plugin that could help you. It takes an average of how a car is acoustics. So same thing. You put that for a while, just so it doesn't interact with your numbers. It's just a very end. I need to hear what it does. And it's special. It's weird when you put this on. Try mono, work mono too. So use this. I forgot about the mono stuff because I don't do it anymore. But it's best to check your mix bypassing it in mono. You can really see that this song has a way loud snare, and it was on purpose because I need my voice to be hitting against it like a new instrument. It will fill the blanks. it won't be perceived as loud when I put my voice on it. That's why it is like this loud. You don't want the snare that loud though. So you can really hear it in mono. It's incredible. So the last thing, the car test. Yeah, the car test. Yeah. So it's tricky because it makes your stuff sound way ugly because you're not really in the car, but it's a good way to see. It's exaggerated. Maybe it's you're gonna go crazy with that stuff if you try to really get a good sound out of it. Basically, it has always this dip at, I think it's 300 or 160 huge dip. So don't fix it too much. Just check that you are not too boomy, and maybe check your EQ on your low end with this tool. But basically, just adjust a bit your low end when you're gonna hear the results. That's only advice. If you try to really get a good sound, like it was a flat sound after while you're trying this, and you try to EQ after, you're gonna end up with the thinnest mix ever. But I mean, maybe that's why I think some stuff sounds thin on YouTube sometimes. So let's engage this. Check out the gain a bit. It boosts the boomy parts of all the crap you can. It's weird. And you did a break before going. After you bypass the plugin, after you used it, it's a pain. You need to adjust. Just take your break and listen to your song again. But okay. I can hear that it sounds like normal. It would sound in the car. I'm not changing things for that fact. Okay. If I would get a special EQ for that. Probably no, the best EQ you can get. I just want to take a free stuff again. I might just show you what I would do eventually. And So I slightly added a bit more of mid-range. That's what this plugins always say. I'm gonna get rid of this definitely. And as soon as we're gonna hear the whole thing. So it's weird how it sounds thinner, mid-rangey, and bright after hearing the plugin, but it's normal, it's a perception. So you need to give your ears a break so you can be able to hear the bass better. So basically, yeah, we fixed a little thing maybe with this plugin, even more mid-rangey, more brightness, so it's really translate everywhere better. Should be the same -14. We didn't. Yeah, it's okay. And then that's it. I think after that, it's like this. I like something to. So my stuff uses a certain type of saturation. It's the tape saturation. I will put it now. It's mastered. Okay, I will put it and see if we can. Just because I love it. But it's not the type of song I want this, no. But 75% of the time I use it. So why not now? It's not. Doesn't has a category really, so I'm gonna. Yeah. So it's zoomed in on plus. So this thing is insane. I couldn't live without this. So I'm gonna put it before the inflator. I leave it by default because we have a good master going on. Don't want to mess up with things. By default, it's really. I'm gonna show you the with and without. So it's super subtle. It's really basically I don't want to lose on my high end. We worked on it. It's supposed to be quite modern sounding. So I leave it like this. I leave it this like this. It's a great plugin. You can really a good feel. Sounds really natural. I mean, it's like your tape machine. Uh, I like the sound of it. By default, it's enough transparent that you just put it like this. It glue the sound a little bit more. You lose a fraction of high end, maybe extreme high end, but we had enough of it, and boost in it because it won't change the loudness. You just need to push it a bit, and you can crank it up if you want. You have your output here. I didn't change anything, so I didn't have to change. Usually you leave it like this one. This setting, be careful because I don't use it. It removes some mid-range by destroying a bit the sound, if you prefer. And maybe I have 1%, or I like to do some very subtle move with this. And this is the wobbly part of the tape. You have two main four settings: slow tape, fast tape, and two type of formulas. They say the red one sound better than the black one for mastering. Yeah, it depends. If you want to do some minimalistic hip hop or synth, cold wave, dark wave, minimalistic stuff, you want things a bit more in the middle, less spacey. The black one is better, I think. Yeah, I was muted again for 30 minutes now. So I was speaking about the different tools I show you. This saturation tool is an obvious choice. Don't look further than this one. This one, I don't know if I was muted or what, but I use really subtle settings. The tape saturation, the best free tape saturation there is this one, by far. It's I was muted. I explained some stuff here, but I don't want to explain it again. And the inflator, the multiband, whatever it's doing, EQ, compressing, whatever, it's magical. Don't kill your mix by pushing it. So yeah, there's no OTT or on the master. Never. You can have some luck with it. If I have complicated stuff, really dense project, that I hard time to mix and trouble, I have my secret weapon. So you can get some results with it that are totally repairing your your mix, but I'm gonna show you what it is. But for several reasons, so it's really heavy on the on the processing, so it adds some lag. So you got your yeah, you got it's a multiband even spectral multiband compressor with 60,000 band if you want to use that. That would be the 60,000 band. So heavy precision by default. It's already precise. If your computer, you need way. Yeah, you might want to just use small, less precise, but it's a multi-band compressor. So you set it up basically at the level you want it to be when it enters it. Press play. And now you get rid of the just some random peaks in the boomy part without even thinking. Okay. Default setting minus 18, 17 because it's before mastering limiting, and you just use this ratio knob to tame your low end. If you have problem in the high end and the other part of the mix, yeah, you might find them if you. So I think you heard why it's a crazy thing. This one. So yes, I upped the the high end, upward compression, downward compression, downward for the low end, and the high end needs some shine again. Probably love it. Just a little ratio. You can play with the attack and the release. Yeah. These two you can play a bit. You can find your sweet spot depending on what you want, and you have your mix, dry wet here. Check out your output levels for sure. Just subtle stuff, but it's the thing is it adds some latency. But I like it. I'm gonna keep it in my master here. So Robert van der Helm, if you want this multi-band spectral multi-compressor, it's perfect. You can create really extreme stuff on different individual instruments you want, but on the master, just use it really with small movements, okay? Really soft, yeah. On the opposite side, you can create, it's a sound design tool, so you can go crazy. And this guy, it looks like shit, but who cares? It looks like nothing, but it's it's a magic. It's way better than OTT or whatever you want. It's more like Soothe, but it's free, and it's maybe it's even better. You can go, you can get a really pro sound with it. So it's depending if you're not satisfied, not managing to get your manual EQ on your high end and stuff like that, and still it's not enough bright, still boomy. Yeah, this can be your solution. I'm gonna try to put the descriptions and the links. That's it. I would not use more stuff than this. So this is the maximum I would use. The minimum was enough. Probably I could use a bunch more EQs to get my results. But yeah, dynamic EQs and stuff like that are complex to set up. So you need sometimes one, and this is the good one to get. Don't look further. I have an Enina. Can try it. Really subtle. I wouldn't try it too much on the master unless it's 1%. Literally, it works at 1%, but so it's. I don't know if it's AI, but I'm not sure. Same thing. It will register the peaks and it will smooth whatever it will do. But probably like this is too much for the mastering. You have your latency. I have some detailed latency, a detailed compressor here. I'm not demo it. I will put it in the list. It's just freshly released. Way simpler to use than the other one, but the other one I told you what to use. You don't need to know a few parameters. That's it. Probably my video is over because I don't have space and I won't be able to record anyway. So I'm gonna last thing, this one, I'm using this manually, so So same thing. I prefer the sound that I EQ it. Usually, I like to add. I got rid of a bit of. I could have done it somewhere else. Don't need to add EQs or again if we just boosted the with Melda. I mean, I could have just that's probably that frequency that I boosted that I found too much, so I ended up taming it here, but it's okay. It sounds good like this. I wanted my low end. Pretty sure it still sounds good in a car. We didn't change much thing, but it's that's all. That's what is mastering. Without changing much, you do a lot of differences. So hopefully, I didn't change it too much, revert it too much on my perception of. Yeah, it was. It's something I like to use. The order of stuff we did it step by step, so it's well ordered. Say I want this because I'm not retarded. I was happy with all this. It should be at the end. This one, in fact, still before the compressor, the first compressor. Yeah, that's the difference between just pushing the volume and mastering. So yeah, the thing is ready. Tell me if you look at it. It's looking pretty. Only useful stuff, But really surprising that my coming at minus 18 LUFS into the limiter is, it doesn't react, but even after I push it, it didn't react. So the limiter in this case is really not the main focus on this particular project. So it can be really different. Yeah. I changed the limiter. I could have kept the other one, which is not as complete. It's maybe more modern, maybe more loud sometimes, so depending on the settings. The blue one, but it has not the same analog vibe. I mean, it sounds. Yeah, this one is has some stuff that reduces aliasing, so it's important too. I mean, depending of the style, if you have used some plugins, oversampled plugins from Cherry Audio, some stuff like that, you will be happy to get the oversampling here too. So basically, I have some lot of delay compensation going on, but it's okay. It's working. So minimal latency up, like this. So and there's another setting. Yeah, this one also. This one too. So to my ears, the minimum latency sounds better in my studio monitor. More low end, and the fixed latency uses more compensation, so it's more laggy, and it's not sounding better, but it's maybe better because less low end, so more loudness if you want to think like that. I prefer the setting. So this one, yeah, you need this one. You need this one. But I'm gonna see if I can make up a bit of a long description with a list of stuff I use. The different, maybe this one for this one, yeah, this problem. I need to check to stop the video because I'm probably sure, yeah, I'm not recording anymore. Yeah, it will be a 3 gigabyte videos that I will have to upload. So take care, guys.